Hello. Good afternoon. Welcome to what appears to be a very rainy day
Right.
here in France. We've got the Australian Racing League Elite Tier, Round 3. Hopefully you're going to have a spicy session. I'm joined here today by Kevin the Gardener. Kev the Gardener, called in
How dare
chat
you give me a
Melvin.
full name on?
Sorry, didn't want to didn't want to out you there, mate. How you going today?
Very good, how are you?
Pretty spectacular. Looking forward to a good race tonight. It's
Good.
I've come here to see some good racing, and hopefully that's what we'll see. So it looks like nobody's choosing to go. Yeah, we've got a couple of guys starting to go out on track right now. While they
Hungry
warm
Jack
up some
Hill.
tyres, Hungry Jack's Kill. While they warm up some tyres, we may as well go over where we're at. So you can see CJM proving consistency's king, sitting P1 in the standings currently with Zay in P2 and Fieber in P3 after a pretty dominant win at Netherlands last week. Hungry Jacks and JKO rounding out the top 5 there, and of course Haas leading in the constructor standings. Williams hot on their tail, tied with Alpine. So should all be heating up a little bit in the competition, Kev.
Yeah. They always hating up in the elite division. These guys just raise the bar every week.
Well, is it kosher to enable telemetry, do you reckon?
We like it.
I've heard conflicting reports. Okay, we'll enable
I was
telemetry.
thinking about it during the week. In the pit lane and stuff, they get footage and they know what's going on by whatever's on TV. And our engineers get much less information than real engineers get. So I think it's fair to have some telemetry on screen.
That's true. It'd be nice if we could make it hide the battery or something, but I don't know, a little bit of information is nice. And looks like everyone who's chosen to go out has done so on the inters. Maybe unsurprisingly, it's pretty wet out there.
Is it a wet race? Do we have any intel
I
in the
don't have
chat?
any intel. Do we have a wild race engineer down on the pit lane there? Maybe a
Luke's
flukesy?
usually knows everything.
Um,
HJQ about to start his hottie here.
yeah.
Who's gone? Someone's Dodgers got softs on, but he's in the pit. No, maybe that's just your screen's being weird. It is currently raining. Thank you, Swag. Expert analysis from the pit lane.
Yeah, well, the fact that sorry, back in action here. The fact that everyone's chosen to go out on the inters suggests that Jeff doesn't think it's going to be getting dry anytime soon.
Apparently, it's going to be a dry race. Basnik said.
Dry race.
Basink. I still can't get his name right.
You'll get there eventually.
Race weather thrown in Discord would be much handier if you just threw it in the Twitch chat.
Yeah,
that's what I can say right now.
We appreciate the sentiment, just not the execution. I don't know. I think it's still raining a little bit. Yeah, I think. Well, we're going to see a few purple sectors at the moment because we haven't seen a full lap yet.
Alright, smart guy.
If I had to guess, I reckon HJ when he crosses the line will set a purple sector 3.
If he crosses the line first, there's a chance.
He's almost on it. Yeah, he's giving it a
well, there's now Baines could beat him across the line. Oh, a bit sideways.
I mean, the Alpines do have some speed. I've noticed that Dodge is actually going out on the soft, so I might be tuning in with him in a moment to see if he's...
I think that's a glitch on your screen, because on my screen he's on inters.
Okay, well then.
Yeah, he's out on inters. Watch the bench. Oh, Hungry Jacks is drifting.
Big wall, yeah. He's kept on the track, no DNF so far.
142, that's hot. 142. What can this Alpine do? 140 from Zay. 139 from Gares.
Improving again. So who have we got now? Let's say Fieber. Fieber only taking P2, not like him at all.
Who's Watchdog?
Not sure.
And a Williams. Who are the Williams? Is that James? I don't know. Is it James? Watchdog is Will Dog. Will Dog.
Yes. All right. Well, he started out pretty strong with that
Started out
1:49
very
for in 3:8.
confusing.
Yeah, well, very confusing, but he
Oh,
set a time.
3 cars within a cube of each other there.
Is that the family-friendly commentary we like around here, Kev?
Well, everyone has them, don't they? Is
I don't know, don't we have a swear jar? I don't think everyone does.
that a swear word?
I don't know, but I don't think it's a swear word, but you know, we don't want to corrupt the children.
Well, it's only my children
I
that
don't know,
watch.
take it up with Bassing. I understood that we had a clean policy around these parts, but I'm happy to start.
That's clean,
Oh,
mate.
we've got a Mercedes all the way around. That's Frozzle, last night's winner, by quite a margin. Seeing
How'd
if
he
he
get in?
can mix it up with the big boys.
He's in a Maclaza.
Yeah, maybe he's just letting Deku through there. I think this is Deku's first race for us too. Start out with an invalidate, but got a time down?
Alex's mum's in the chat. If she could have a chat to him about his name tonight.
Yeah,
Very,
that would be fantastic, Alex, man. Your boy's
very
out of
disappointed in
control.
the young man.
Yeah, yeah.
I know he's hurt that his best mate's not here anymore, but
He is. We've got him race engineering. He's here in chat today.
that's nice. But we've got a. I mean, I think Pube's better than,
Yeah,
but than the,
I
than the
definitely agree.
BC
I'm
combo.
trying not to draw attention to it because I can't do anything about it. But.
What's Joker up to?
So
He's
Joker's
invalid.
invalidated, so we might see him go again here.
Just put some fuel on and keep going, can't you, in the rain?
Yeah, the tyres don't wear out so much, and you get a free choice of slicks to start the race on, so it's not the end of the world.
Yeah. It's not. Long time left in this session, too. My telemetry has a couple of... they're in the pits, sorry. The telemetry's been a bit odd, I think.
Yeah,
Let it
never trust
go
road
above
buses.
13th on the grid.
So, Val still not leaving the pit lanes at the moment. Do we think he's going to be one of those guys who sets his first lap as a pole, one shot and done?
One and done.
Yeah, bit of confidence there maybe.
That's what I like to see in the Mercedes seat.
Yeah, speaking of the Mercedes seat, got Joker just making his way into Sector 3 right now. See if he can add some points to the tally for Mercedes. Not off to a great start to the season so far in Div 1. And Joker's just invalidated there, looks like, so maybe he didn't do any practice in the rain.
Very annoying as well, because if it is a dry race, then they're probably running dry setups. So cars probably aren't perfect setup for what's out there at the moment. Faber's going out on
Yeah.
softs. Faber's out on softs.
Well, he set a
He's a
time.
mad.
Maybe he's just seeing if it's quicker. I can't really tell. I can't see a dry line forming. I wouldn't give it a crack myself personally. But yeah. So apparently, seeing from our race engineers here that Jeff's saying both inters and softs pretty equal right now. So Fever liking the odds, I guess. Give it a minute or two. Not a great time there from Dodge. And Zakov, our recent addition to the Red Bull stable, sitting in P2 right now. Going out for another lap on the Inters, clearly trying to get the most out of them. Think he'll be in for a good race tonight?
Zakov.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I think he's ready to improve on last week's performance.
Yeah, I'm thinking
Might
if he
be.
puts two hands on the wheel this week, we might be
I
in for something special.
was going to say might be 2 hands on the wheel for more than half the race tonight. Yellow flags.
Yeah,
McLaren
that's
just got
McLaren
come on
again.
back. Probably
Looks
old
like
mate
Deku
Frost.
this time, just getting off the line. Frozzle's back in pit lane.
It'd be interesting to see what Faber's just started his first flyer.
Yeah, let's have a
Be
look
interesting
who's
to
at
see what he
Fever.
can do on Sector 1.
Have I gotta fix my telemetry. What's going on here?
You gotta fix your cockpit as well. Racing with your knees around your ears still.
I'm working on it. I'm gonna fight with some people about some components, and Feeber runs a little wide there and validates, so
He was
not
a
quite
second and
finding
a
the grip
half
he's
up
looking
anyway.
for yet. Yeah, so the pace clearly there, just keeping it pointed in the
It'll
right
be
direction.
interesting to see. Looks like GRA, GRL, GR Val. There we go. How many times? He's whacked a set of softies on, but he hasn't come out yet.
Yeah, we'll be thinking about it soon. We've got some fantastic insight from the sideline there. Darkly's going to struggle to improve his starting position. He is.
Yeah.
And
But why is he? Did he DNF? Did he?
looks like it, yeah. Or he's retired or something. He's gone
That's
grey.
in bed. Dalek's mum's in the chat. I'm not going to acknowledge you until you talk to Dalek about his name. And that's the only acknowledgement you're getting tonight. Usually we're good mates, but talk to your boy. I never know what really to watch in quali.
No, I'm seeing a lot of red lines right now. I might just hop around and see if we can find someone who hasn't invalidated.
Gaz has just started a hottie.
Let's
Yeah,
have a look
that's
at Gez then. And seeing a couple more people slapping on a pair of softs now, so might be seeing these times fall pretty rapidly by the end of the session. Gez managing to take a lot of curb but not invalidate. It's kind of the strat here at France. If you're on the track, you're doing it wrong. You want two wheels and no more inside that white lining. Looks like Gez going a little wide there. Must have lifted enough to avoid invalidating.
I think that was about a millimeter, or whatever you want to measure a millimeter as.
Yeah.
The track there. Whatever
I can
unit of
think of some
measurement you like
measures.
to use.
um, Have a look now at Deku crosses the line to take P4 there for the McLarens. Have a look at JKO. Looks like he's chosen to go out on the Inters after all. So
Gaz has gone purple, sector 2.
who has sorry?
Gaz.
Fantastic. Yeah, we saw Gaz last week mixing it up with a pretty long run on the meds. I think 30 something laps.
Faber's gone back in to put some enters on, so he didn't like that
Yeah,
exploratory lap he's done.
not a big fan.
He's alright in 6th spot, but we'll see how he goes. What's Gaz going to
See,
set here?
Gaz finally someone maybe about to set a time. So we'll see if the track's improved at all. And Gaz able to improve
Oh,
somewhat.
that's
Takes
close.
P2.
2,000 off.
2,000s of pole, so Watchdog clearly got what it takes even in the very wet. So
What
hitting
happens if two drivers
JKO
get the
for
same
pole in
time?
chat. So what's that?
Swags just asked what happens if two drivers get the same time. It's whoever sets it
Yeah,
first.
whoever gets there first gets it.
Obviously haven't seen that F1 produced YouTube video when the three guys at the same time in the quali. Schumacher, the other Ferrari, and a Williams or something, all set at the exact same time in a quali.
No, don't know what you're talking about. Haven't seen it.
YouTube it, mate. It's a good video.
I'll have a good squiz.
Three
But
guys qualied at the exact same time. That's incredible.
that is pretty incredible.
Reblertz has seen it. Reblertz has seen it. He knows what I'm talking about.
So last night's Victor Frozel about to cross the line. Set a time. And he is able to go up as high as P7. Frozel
Frazzle.
put in a
Yeah.
very strong performance. Yeah, so McLaren's 4 and 7 right now. Looking strong.
The rain looks like it's eased off a little bit, does it? Why
Yeah, it
talking?
does. I don't know. It looked pretty easy the whole time, but the track doesn't look any drier. Maybe that time's do the talking. I've just seen JKO set a purple sector. Maybe not the biggest surprise from JKO.
He's 3 tenths up on his time, so that's going to get him around about that.
So he's already
At
on pace for Watchdog.
1:39.5.
Yeah, so see if he can keep it nice and tidy through the next half of the track.
Thanks, Roblox. I said it wrong the first time, but I got there on my stutter. Apple again. He's 6 tenths up here. He's gonna be a while away from Will Dog if he keeps up on this
Yeah.
trajectory.
We've got what 3 minutes left, so it doesn't look like we're going to see much action for the hubs. We've got a couple of guys coming out on them now: T-Mac and Husey and Dalek.
I think just an exploratory laps.
Yeah, maybe a bit of a gamble. JKO still managing to keep his time from being invalidated, making his way through the final corner now, foot to the floor. A little bit of a wobble, but gets... Oh, and he's a huge wobble from JKO, all the way around on the pit straight. So what was going to be pole position will not be, it's safe to say.
No, it won't.
And meanwhile, Frozel now improving again up to P3 from last night's winner. Promote that man. He'll be furious at me for saying that. And looks like a bit of a flurry of activity now. A few guys out on laps. We've got... Who's that? Feber takes P1 out on the inters. Didn't even realise he was out. Got the wrong Aston Martin. And we're seeing a lot of purple on track right now. I think that's the fastest lap indicator. And in the back sector we've got Dodge, probably next across the line. Looking to improve on a 1:40.939. About 2 seconds off Feber's pace.
Faber's pace is half a second off everyone else's pace.
Yeah, but we'll see. You know, if the track is drying out at all, you know, we might see these times start to come down pretty rapidly here as Dodge kisses the apex, gets the car around, and he's done better than JKO. Maybe. We'll see what his time is.
T-Max
Dodge
having an
improve.
adventure on the top.
Oh, it was an outlap. I'm an idiot. Pardon?
T-Mac
Oh,
was just...
fantastic, yes.
He was just having a shocker. He's out and about on the softs. Just exploring.
Not having a good time. Hughesy too out on the softs. And
Emma's Decker.
yeah.
Al's gone around and set a 205, so the one and done strategy's not working great for him.
Val probably not going to be starting from the front. I mean, maybe he's got enough fuel in there to go again. Just warming up.
Zakov's done a 139 too, but still 3/10 off the pole time almost. A quarter of a second. Something's happened to Eckham. Retired in pits, I reckon.
Yeah,
Is that enough?
I think he's just decided he's going to start in 11th. So, Watchdog's managed to invalidate. So, see if he goes again. I would have thought he would be looking to. He looks like he might be a threat for pole. And that looks like a lap to me. That's
There's only 30 seconds.
Trying to save his tires. Yeah, so this is going to have to be it for him if he's going.
Might be the McLaren probably won't make it. There's a McLaren coming through sector 3. I think he's probably just going to miss it.
Who's that? Deku, yeah.
Gaz. I think Gaz invalidated this and next lap, so he's already red.
Ah, that's unfortunate for Gaz.
Which is a shame, but Zakov's invalid. Faber is invalid. It's my favourite part of the thing.
DRS enabled, so that could be a game changer for everyone who's still out on a valid lap.
Watchdog
That's a huge amount of time down the straight.
He's going to get the McLaren's just crossed. But Watchdog's on a lap.
Yeah, got eyes on Watchdog now, and I think behind him, who's that? That might be Dalek out there, who's been the first one to benefit from a full straight of ERS. So that could give what, half a second. Oh, huge wobbles here for Watchdog.
Missed his split time, but he's going to get DRS for that, for the nice straight. JKO 139 too.
Yeah, JKO taking P2, so.
Watchdog retired from the session. He's
gone wide there. He's had enough. Don't know if stewards might have something to say about that. Retiring on track, and who still got out? Feber on an invalid lap. T-Mac.
T-Mac's valid, and there's a lot of yellow in front of him.
Is valid, yeah. So that'll be the Ferraris ahead of him. Hughesy out on the softs, so that's HJ, I think, that T-Max just passed. So Hughesy maybe also about to set a lap here. Bit of a wobble out the exit there, but he's kept it pointed forward. We'll see if Hughes is able to improve. Is there any life in those softs? Oh, he's gone P12, so nice. And T-Mac here.
Oh, T-Mac on P2. 139
Still not able to beat Fever, but...
Yeah. What's the double dot on top of the U on Crush? Does that make it Crush?
Crush. That's an umlaut.
Crush.
Yeah, so that looks like that's going to be your starting grid for tonight. We've got FIBA in his customary position on pole. T-Mac taking P2 with a surprise softs
By
late in the
how much
game
though? How much
by
has he missed out on pole by?
3
By a
hundredths of a
blade of
second.
grass.
Yeah,
By a
blade of
blade of
grass.
grass.
Absolute blade of grass. JKO P3. Starting on the second row for once. Zakov P4. Washdog making his debut starting in P5. Can't see any of the other standings because sometimes
Boy.
that's how it be. We've
Run us through the grid. I'm just going to get a Pepsi Max.
Cool. Okay, so as I was saying, FIBA P1, T-Mac P2, 3 hundredths of a second behind. JKO starting out the second row. Zakov, Washdog, Gez in P6, Krush in P7 for the Haas, currently leading the Constructors' Championship. CJM leading the individual driver standings in P8. Frozzle making his debut from the Div 2 in P9. Deku for McLaren, I think this is his second race now in P10. Everyone who qualified below P10 is a loser. I won't be talking about them. Stay tuned. We're I got ARL is not sponsored by Pepsi Red Bullets, I'm sorry to say. I'm gonna try and go to an ad break. Do we have anyone in chat who can do that? Any sneaky moderators? We're about to go to a formation lap. Can't remember how to do it myself. If not, we'll just do a really smooth transition into the race. Probably should learn how to roll an ad break. So hearing from chat that Zakov's going no hands on the wheel tonight, so taking a step backwards.
Hello.
Welcome back, Kev. We've got a formation lap. I don't know if anyone rolled an ab break. Couldn't tell. Can't see myself.
I didn't.
You didn't?
Aren't you
Yeah.
meant to roll them?
Me either. I don't know how to. So we probably didn't get an ab break. I'm gonna go to one of our fancy new graphics real quick. So while these guys are warming up their tires, it won't be a moment.
How good's that graphic? Look at this. Motorbike helmet. Wrong tire. What track is that? Which car's that? Boom, boom, boom.
Okay, so it looks like I had not set that up properly and they could hear us in the background, so good work me. But yeah, nice little graphic we got made up there. Bring a little colour to the league. Thanks for the feedback, HK, glad you liked it. One day people will think we're good at this, but
No tires, Nordal. Wake up, will ya?
Show tyres, man.
We need to know, yeah, we do need to know. Is anyone on meds?
No, we do need to know. We'll fix
Is FIBA on hards?
FIBA is on hards, yeah, so...
I can put tires on my screen. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot.
Right.
Idioso.
Right,
What a colourful lineup.
Well.
T-Mac on the softs, Bakov
everything.
on the softs, Frozzle, they're the ones that are going to fly away.
Free choice is good, isn't it? You get a bit of everything in the grid.
Nice.
Right. So, you've seen your tyres. We're going
Can I
to
say
show some
penalty?
position change for this. Yeah, we'll get to that in lap 2. We're going to position change for now, so I can tell what the hell is going on the start line.
What's your language, mate?
Sorry, what the
head
is going on?
My son says, "What the head?"
Oh.
What the head?
People say that when they see me sometimes too.
First thing I thought.
Alright,
Here we go, take us
here
place.
we are. 3, 4, 5 red lights, and foot to the floor, we're off, away. Who's going to get the best start? It looks like T-Mac may be getting a better start there, unsurprisingly, on the softs against Fever on the hards, but Fever putting up a pretty fantastic fight, not giving the spot easily, but T-Mac will filter through into P1. Zakov's shoving his nose up there as well into
Oi.
looking at P2. Fever, is that swerving? I think over defense. I don't know if he's had a wobble there, and getting his
Nice
nose caught out there on
go.
T-Mac as well. So Fever having a bit of a nightmare start to the race, bumping wheels with
Good race.
Zakov.
Joker and Deku swapping positions in the background. Dalek and Dodge having a good fight.
Yeah, and we've got
The
already,
Ferraris are fighting.
yeah, position change all up the field. Only a couple of guys able to hold position. And Washdog going back 3 spots in the midfield on those hards at the start. Probably not the fun place to be, really.
Ooh, a bit of a nudge from JKO onto Faber there.
Doesn't like being kept waiting. Another man who doesn't like being kept waiting is Crush, getting a huge toe up that straight. But look at that train already. And
Russell and Zay drop spots.
yeah, Zay up 2 positions now. Joker up 3 spots for Mercedes, so good spot for him. Frozzle getting back up, back around the outside of Zay, wheel to wheel. Great little battle here. Zay making those mediums work for him, and losing out slightly to Frozzle there, but getting a much better run and using a little juice to aid him, and he's going to have the inside line into the penultimate corner. So
These
the
guys are
battle
going to be
continues.
pushing to get past Faber. These medium runners. And Crush has put his wing on the inside. I think Crush's mate got past Faber.
Yeah.
But he's lost a second. He's off.
Fever quite a long way off the pace, but JK's got through, so he might find him dragging him back towards the front. I think Fever's probably relying on getting a bit of a toe in the early stage of this race and going quite long on those hards.
Agreed.
And,
Everyone within a second of each other still.
yeah, and,
The whole field is the DRS train.
Zakov getting past T-Mac here, so see how much of a lead those soft runners can go. And what do you think will be the strat? I think these guys will be looking to one stop based on what we saw last night. So we're softer meds or softer hards. Softer meds requiring a lot of time management.
Yeah, softer meds is a tough one. I reckon it'll be softer hards to soft for the conservatives. And yeah, the aggressive runners might go a soft med soft. Who knows?
Yeah, we did see quite a mix of strategies last night, with just about every possible strategy being seen on at least one driver. So love it.
Bit of a gap back to Husey. Husey's dropped a good second and a half off Deku, so there's the first gap starting to form.
Yeah, and Val now is closing up on the back of Husey, so looking to make some progress in his first race.
Faber's down to 30% ARS.
Yeah,
JKO 20, AMAC 20, Zakov only 50.
Well, I mean, it looks like Fever's done enough to keep with the DRS, so I guess that's what he needs to get those hards working for him. So,
Zakov looking potentially like he'll be able to drop T-Mac away here. First penalty for Deku.
Yeah, Deku.
The Mez award for dirtiness.
Yeah, so we've got top 13 all in DRS, and that's bad news for Val, who's probably going to be desperately pumping the battery, trying to get back in touch with that train before they disappear on him.
But he's close as well.
He is very close, and he has managed to get through past Husey, who I think was causing a bit of a roadblock there.
He's having a shocker.
Yeah, not his finest race, but you know, we all have
a JKO. JKO's on the edge of dropping off DRS.
Yeah, he's really struggling there, isn't he? And that might leave him a bit vulnerable to Fever. And right on that cusp. Oh, and Ekham's gone off track. Ekham very off track. Looks like he might have had a bit of a collision there with Deku, or maybe trying to pass Joker. Sorry, I missed that one.
We always do. If anyone's expecting catch action and not talk about the action, then
yeah,
you're at the wrong
place. And looks like JK has done enough to keep.
ARS enabled this lap, isn't it?
Yeah, it was last lap, so they've all had it for the lap. And probably good news for T-Mac, he was starting to fall off the back of Zakov there a bit. Zakov doing remarkably well for a man alleged to be driving with his foot.
The train's still intact.
And HJ there goes through on Val, so it looks like we're going to see a separate train forming with the back half of this field today. And
So,
T-Mac doesn't look like he's going
Mez
to be getting DRS.
isn't racing tonight.
He's
He's
not
busy.
racing tonight.
Busy guy.
Eckham fans in shambles. Yeah, it's not a good day to be an Eckham head.
I've never seen the Eckham fans not in shambles though.
I know he had a pretty dominant streak a bit there last season.
Still, they're on edge. They're on a knife's edge. The Eckham's fans. The top two have broken DRS,
It's like
which
being
is
a
left.
Ram fan.
Faber's sitting pretty here. We say it a lot, but
Yeah, Fever's not looking too bad on
oh,
those
he's got
helmets.
0 ARS left. And even
But
Zakov down to 30. Everyone's juicing.
yeah, no one wants to
Using
go
like
to
it's
that
old
train.
school
There's
UFC here.
so much to be had from just getting towed along by someone on softs every straight.
It's like the Pride locker room, the amount of juice floating around.
Oh my god.
Crush is alright. Crush.
Krush? Yeah,
Krush.
Krush playing a bit conservative, not having to worry with that battery at all, but he might be looking to go a bit more forward now as those meds come into their own. He won't want to be stuck behind the hard runners forever because he knows they're going to be quicker in a few laps.
Impressive racing here. Less spins than a swag race tonight.
Oh, most races have less spins in a swag race.
Hmm. 3 seconds gap front two.
Yeah.
No, no. Zakov's got a 2-second gap to T-Mac, is it?
Zakov's a long way out, so T-Mac, having, I think, used all his juice trying to keep up, is now probably a little defenseless in the face of a charging JKO, and Fever getting very close to JKO there, so T-Mac might be on the cusp of losing 2 spots here. JKO hops out, Fever hops out, will they both go up the inside? Yes, Fever's through too. And T-Mac, looks like as the softs go off, is going to have to settle for...
Crush has lost a spot to Gares too. If HJ can join these carriages back together, it's still quite an impressive DRS train.
Yeah, I mean, that gap is getting longer, and Joker actually has done really well to get back inside that, because I think he was right on the edge as well.
From the Joker.
Like a good race for Joker.
3 races in.
Yeah.
Bit of a glimpse to what we used to know.
Once known as the absolute undisputed king of ARL. Oh, when we've seen, is that a pit stop maybe, or someone coming off?
Crush has gone into the
Crush
pits.
into the pits, yeah.
Sit on board with this one. Have they got a wing waiting for him, or what's he doing?
Yeah, I can't. Is there a front wing on that car? That's a very early pit stop on the meds, isn't it? Unless he's looking to go on. Yeah, there's a waiting wing there. He must have taken some damage, maybe trying to get back past gears.
And for the rest of the race for Crush.
Yeah, so it's an absolute disaster for Haas. A disaster.
Good one.
Thanks.
Couldn't be worse for them, could it?
No, it's gone pretty awfully. So, Jama's early prediction of Haas P1, P2 may probably not be looking the best one. Fever through on the hards. I think we might see a few changes of position in the next couple of laps. I don't think anyone's going to want to waste all their battery defending down that straight. That said, Fever is using all his battery, so what do I know?
Not much.
I've got no idea. I'm just here because no one else is. And Fever actually going a little wide just there. Was that on track? Is that? How did he do that? And it doesn't look like he's going to be able to break that toe to JKO. JKO not having a huge amount of battery either. Someone who is looking pretty good if they should come into a bit of a battle is Gares. Big on the juice right now. Much more juice than everyone around him. So it looks like he's done a really good job just managing his battery.
Ferrari's gone around his. He's had a spin.
Handing a spot back to the struggling Haases.
5-second time penalty. Severe collision with Eckham.
Eckham. Oh no, poor Eckham. He's
not Eckham.
He can't. He's not Eckham.
Give him a break, will you? Someone.
We need someone to park on track and bring out a safety for the poor.
Ooh, 3-second penalty for Gares.
Gares undermining his strong position.
Look at Zakov. Zakov is just
cruising, and
Backing off
he's
in.
managing those softs really well. Is you know, not that gap's not really coming down. And we'll see if JKO and FIBA decide to work together or fight. It looks like a bit more fighting at the moment.
Fight.
I don't think they need to worry about Zakov too much just yet, do they? Oh, and
No,
FIBA wobbling
bit
around a bit.
wavy.
Yeah, a bit weavy. Oh, that's all about trying to wash off some. Is that? Do we allow that?
I don't know. I'm not in FIA. The call in the Twitch as soon as there's someone really quick.
It's
He's
sus.
sus.
Yeah.
Interesting
Yeah.
to see what strats like of. I reckon he's just going to balls to the wall the whole race, and he's going to go soft med or soft med soft.
Yeah, I think the way we're seeing him manage these softs, he's not going to go for a 2-stop. This is going to be a 1-stop, I think. What it will be remains to be seen, but he's still continuing to build a bit of a lead on FIBA. So we're seeing the real pace on those softs, and looks like a bit of a McLaren battle happening further up. There are other cars in this race, actually. Let's have a bit of a look at them. Deku now leading a bit of a train that's just dropped off the back of Zay there.
Flags. It's like a Haas.
Deku taking some penalties for the teams. Oh, not another Haas
Rush.
incident. Oh no. It's going to be a bit of a sad time in the Haas chat. And
Oh,
Deku
yellow
spinning
flag.
into the straight, so he's given his teammate Frozel a bit of DRS and sent him on his way. And Joker.
Few gaps
moving up too.
starting to
Yeah, we are seeing
appear.
a bit of a different set of groups appear, aren't we? So it looks like the fight for the podium could be a bit interesting. We've got 3 guys fighting for, you know, P2, 3, 4. One of them's not going to be on a step.
Only 3 steps.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean.
Yellow flags. The Alpha, is it?
Yeah, it looks like
T-Mac.
T-Mac going around. Yep,
Oh,
T-Mac very off
Zakov's
track.
going in. Zakov's going in.
Zakov choosing a pit. Lap 8, so it'll be pretty interesting to see what he's going to come out on. And I don't want to miss
Very
a
interesting.
fight for the race lead here. But
I'll tell you when he comes. You go to the lead.
okay.
He's coming out on meds. T-Mac's got a penalty in the pit lane.
So T-Mac's race from P2 start going from pretty much bad to worse at the moment.
Belek's gone in also. Looks like HJ and Frizzle the only ones staying out on the softs.
Yeah, looking to make another lap out of it, and HJ there
Here
taking
come
the
the
penalty.
penalties.
And looks like Val might be looking to get a bit of a run on him here, because HJ's left himself very exposed. So could be a big points day for the Mercedes here.
That time.
Look at them, fighting for top 10, like we always dreamed of. No bias here, certainly not.
None.
Don't drive for Mercedes myself. And it looks like it's going to be a relatively simple pass there for Val, and also further upfield, Joker passing
The
Frozel.
McLaren. Deku's gone around again.
Deku can't get a break.
Hmm.
And
JKO very close to Bieber at the front. These top 3 are all very close.
yeah, aren't they? And it's a real shame that Gare's got that penalty haunting him. Makes his job just that little bit harder at the end of the race. Taking out 3 seconds from these
JKO's gone a bit wide.
Yeah, and
Oh, yellow
Gare's got a
flag
good
for
run on.
Ferrari. Hughesy's having a mare, mate.
Yeah, absolutely awful for Husey.
Fight going on behind Faber might help him out. Oh, he's JKO's.
Oh, and Gare's getting huge, like way
heading
better
in the
launch
pit lane.
than JKO, but Frozel speeding, and we see
Oh, how many moves?
everyone
How many?
wobbling all over the place, looking for a way through. No one able to get it done.
Jack. Oh, I thought he was going through there. Just lost it.
And we're going to see another almighty scrap soon, I think, down the back straight with these 3. I don't know if he was going to be able to hold that position. How much juice has he got? Not lots. Gare's still huge on the juice. And looks pretty content to sit there and not try too hard at the moment. And even JK not so hungry to pass that he's willing to send it up the inside there. only a few seconds back. We've got Washdog, looks to have recovered from a relatively average start. And Zay, he's made a pretty big impact in his first couple of races here at ARL. Looking to back it up with another strong performance.
As of the AJ,
Setup.
as of the OJ looking like a page shill. Every comment that I know Zakov, he's my mate. He's legit, very fast and very good driver. $10. Natural sim race
Yeah.
talent. He smoked me on a Assetto Corsa too. $10. Oh no,
Joker
Joker
takes the penalty
penalty.
speeding in the pit lane
You're
as well.
joking.
You're jokering. So it's in a lot of those here. It's a 60k an hour pit lane, and the pit limiter does not work properly. So a lot of boys being caught out with that one. Zakov is making his way back through the field actually on his meds. So
Kicking it around.
and getting very close to the back of Dodge and looking absolutely rapid, Zakov. So really curious to see this next round of pit stops for the leaders, where they're going to come out. I can't see them being ahead of Zakov right now. He's it's a what 28-second loss in the pit lane approx.
Zakov's 20 seconds behind the leader. He's
Yeah,
16 seconds behind the leader.
yeah, so he'll be coming out. Ooh, and Zay.
Zay's made a move on Will.
So yeah, it looks like Zakov has the net lead right now, and Kato one position back might do well to just see if he can get a bit of a tow, keep up with the fastest man on track.
In Cairo dropping dollars in the Twitch chat again.
Oh, big spender. Thank you, King Cairo.
Treasurer, nothing sus going on there.
Bossman too slow to claim the sub and doesn't know how it works.
Yeah, he's only just figured out his password tonight.
Yellow
flags in sector 3. It's now Towery.
Yeah,
Darkly.
looks like Darkly. Very off. So
And
a few guys, it's that inner curb there, isn't it? A few guys coming a bit unstuck here.
Val's gone in for some hards, which gives Zakov another spot. Zakov's gaining to the leader at the moment.
Yeah. I mean, he is on fresher tyres. Let's have a quick squeeze at the tyres, shall we? If I can find out how to set them. So, seeing what? About half the field's pitted so far. Top 6 all yet to pit. And looks like Fever finally being passed there by JKO.
God, they're still battling.
Yeah,
they're still bumper to bumper. Wing to wing.
Gare's looking happy to...
Gare's got a ton of DRS
Gare's getting
over
up the inside, very aggressively up the inside. Oh my god, where's it gone? And looks like just having to get his nose back out of there with no real space if he runs wide. But making himself known, he's still very much there. And when the time comes, I think he's got a lot of juice to put into a pursuit.
DJM's got a little bit of train behind him, and then it's Zakov.
Yeah. Chuck the...
Even Frozzle's within a pit stop of the leaders too. At the moment. Frozzle's with 28.5 seconds off.
Yeah, obviously won't have as much pace later in the race, but...
Maybe he can just get out and be a nuisance in front of them. Yellow flags.
If they can't get past you, it doesn't matter how quick they are. Yes.
A Red Bull.
Yeah, who's that?
Dalek.
Dalek, who's banned from screen time tonight.
Yeah.
Return to our race leaders and keep a bit of an eye on the train forming behind CGM in fourth as well, because those three guys also battling very closely for quite a long time now.
Well, Fever's making a move.
Fever making
got
a
him.
move and
dive right in front of him.
yeah, wanted that racing line. Did not want to be entering that corner from anywhere but the very outside of the track. And Gez once again seems quite quick out of that corner, doesn't he, Gez? Maybe that's where he's using his juice. But Dodge, I think P2 last season for Dodge, wasn't it?
Alpha Tauri. Darkly's around again.
Yeah, a couple of guys, little trigger happy on the throttle here. It's obviously a very tyre wear intensive track, so the way you handle the car changes significantly over the course of the race, and it's pretty easy to get caught out, catch a bit of a curb here, try and push just a little too hard to stay on that train or whatever, and cause you a bit of a disaster. So Feber now, our race leader, choosing to
Hit him.
pit, and we're going to be very interested to see where he comes out relative
Gotta
to
go into the mediums,
Zakov.
yeah.
Yeah, he's going on to mediums, so deciding to minimise his time on those hards, I guess. Maybe that's what I should have done last night. Got a
Darkley's just
full.
second race on a wheel from Darkley, apparently, so where's
Oh,
Faber
okay, so
coming?
yeah, Darkly getting a bit used to it. So Fever
Faber's come
coming
out
in ninth.
well behind Zakov's.
Yeah,
No,
he
it's at 10 seconds
has.
behind Zakov.
He does have a lot fresher tyres to go to the end of the race.
Yeah.
So we'll see what that means. Zakov could still be contemplating the free stop. Back to the softs or something.
Do you reckon anyone's going to go the 3-stop?
Oh, I don't know. See, Gez there. I think turning his DRS off slightly early, choosing not to bother with the overtake. So Gez, I think, is entirely happy not leading this race right now. He's more than happy sitting in P2 and just sticking with the leaders lap after lap. And
I wonder if any of these leaders are going to respond to Faber.
look, Gez, they're swerving to avoid gaining too
AJM's
much
got
time.
getting, getting done by Zay.
Yeah, Zay finally through, and those guys look like they've closed up a bit on the leaders as well.
Choker,
See
another
if
penalty.
Zay can set the pace a bit.
Whatever Gaz does, he needs to pull out an extra 3 seconds.
Yeah, so he has made it difficult for himself. But if he's only got his eye on a podium, if he's happy with fourth, maybe he's already ready to cut his losses and just, accept that they've got a bit of a gap to the guys behind. Quite a few fellas still choosing not to pit. Obviously, Zakov will be staying out. And looks like quite a race forming just below P10 as well. We do pay points here down to P15. We're nice and friendly like that.
Harry's gone off again.
Darkly struggling to learn that new wheel, so best of luck
Still
to him.
not in
Hopefully he'll get
last
the hang
position
of that
yet.
soon.
Good
Pardon?
on him. Still not in last position, so good on him.
And Gez, once again, I don't know if he's looking at the inside. I think
Second
he's
penalty for Darkley.
Darkly having an absolute nightmare.
Kick him while he's down. Cody's.
I'm not going to go and watch him. We'll leave him to it. But Gez, we see it time and again, sort of just weaving a little bit behind JKO to avoid overtaking. It looks like. Don't want to get too much of a run on him. And downfield, we've got Feber now starting his march back through the field. Maybe a bit of team orders on Dodge to be called, maybe not. And he's making the move. He's gone up the inside. Dodge will go wide and might have compromised his teammate there a little bit. Kato right on the back of Dodge now.
Darkley's just sending it. He's struggling.
Ah, poor old Darkly. It's not fun to be in that position. And it looks like Gez pitting finally. So Gez choosing to pull the trigger on the undercut versus JKO. It looks like JKO is going to go a bit longer, and I imagine we'll be seeing him come out on softs. Gez, meanwhile, going for the hards. So it won't have as much pace at the end of the race as guys like Feber and Zakov.
But Faber and Zakov are next to each other on the track at the
They
moment.
are. So there's 8-second
9
gap
seconds.
between those guys. So we'll keep a close eye on that. See how they go.
Darkley.
poor guy.
Ackham's gone in for some new boots.
Take a moment to vote in the poll and chat, guys, if you're interested in safety car theory. And CJM now goes past Zay and gets it done a fair way before the corner, slotting in comfortably. Zay will get a nice big toe up that straight. And I've got to say, my personal strategy for France does involve getting towed a bit, or I run out of fuel. So a couple of these guys might be quite happy to trade the lead, trade place a little bit and save a little bit of fuel, do a bit of lift and coast down the straights. At the front now, we've got JKO, kind of out on his own, continuing to pull away. Oh, and he's pulled into the bits now, so Interesting to see what he
CJM.
goes for, yeah.
I
So
wonder if Zay
CGM dipping in too. Zay choosing to go even longer. And
stayed out.
Washdog behind him as well. Washdog still sticking with him, so going long on those hards. See if he's got any extra pace on Zay now. See if he wants to go for an
Oh,
overtake.
they're both going on to softs, JKO and
Yeah,
CJM.
Jaco CGM both going for the very aggressive stretch. So they'll be very quick early here, but they will. We saw last night the softs do fall off over 10 laps. They will lose pace by the end of this. So it'll be interesting to see how much of a chunk that JKO can take out of Fever's lead there. And
He's getting done by Will Dog's got past Zay.
yeah, Zay slotting back
Those
into
mediums are probably pretty second hand
yeah,
at the
probably a
moment.
little spicy, yeah.
And Jacko and CJM, it's going to be tough to make those softs go to the end.
It is. Oh, and look at this. We've got T-Mac, Frozzle,
Russell,
CJM, all fighting for position. Looks like CJM on the fresh soft's going to get the best of that. T-Mac having a slot back into 12th, but nice close scrap going on. Love to see it. Every point counts.
because Fever's already closed the gap by 2 seconds, and someone's peeled off. Zay's gone in,
Fever's
and
close.
Washdog now leading the race. Only one not to
Yeah.
pit. Oh,
Yeah,
and
so he'll
Kato.
probably have an easier time on the softs at the end, but obviously with Zakov right on his tail, he's not going to be coming out at the front of the pack at all. And I just saw someone jumping into the pits there. I think that's who's
Dodge
that? Oh,
and
that would be
Zay.
Kato jumping in. No, yeah,
Yeah,
Dodge. So
Dodge and
Kato
Zay.
still staying out. JKO moving.
Joker up in. Where's Joker?
JKO's up in
8.
fifth now.
So I've got him in.
Oh
Joker.
no, have I got a desync? I got
No,
JKO in fifth.
Joker.
Oh, Joker. Yeah, no, Joker.
Joker, niner, niner.
Joker 99. Yeah, so it looks like we're going to see a bit of a fight for the line midfield, and we've seen, have to draw attention to it. Crush, after things not going his way at all, slowly making his way back through the field, up to P13 now. So good recovery drive from the Crush.
JKO is just
JKO makes his way
mint.
past
Yes.
Gares, yeah.
So Gaz in tricky spot here, depending what he wants. So
Yeah. But he's got a bit of a gap, but I think
Mac
CJM's going to start
DNF,
playing
is
into
that
that.
safety?
Oh no, not T-Mac. Where's
He's
that happened?
that's
He's
just
lost him
out of
coming out of
the
the
chicane.
chicane. Yeah. Might get a glimpse of him here as Dalek goes past.
No.
Oop.
No safety.
So, just a sticky beak. And Zakov now has, despite his pit stop, caught up to Washdog. Is now back in DRS. And I think he'll be retaking the lead of this race pretty soon. And you'd have to say he's looking pretty handy for the lead right now. Those guys behind him have got to make up a lot of time in not a whole lot of laps. As long as Zako's got a bit of life left on those tires, he should be looking not too bad. And Codemaster's obliging us with a shot down the straight. Zakov blatantly through. So did I say Zakov? I meant Zakov.
Why did you say Subaru? Will Dog's got 80. He's not used ARS that whole where everyone else has been pitting. He's just been sitting on his ARS. It looks like 75%. That's not bad.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like a couple of these guys might be saving themselves a bit for a sprint to the end.
So he's just waltzed past
They're
Frog.
making his way through. I think we're going to see him get past Joker right here as well. Yep, up the inside.
Thank
Joker's going to
you.
have to go a little wide there. Yep, slots in behind. Easier that way. Do that as they so.
And Washdog's gone in.
Watchdog finally pitting. So I strongly suspect we're going to see him coming out in the softs here. And going that long, is it going to pay off for him?
He's gonna. I wonder where he's gonna slot in here. Probably gonna come out like 10th or maybe a bit lower. See how wrong I am here. I said 10th. T-Mac left the session. Watchdog on the softs.
Watchdog on the sauce. And
Here he comes. 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th,
they're all going past him, and he's going to come out just
11th,
behind the
10th. What
Mercedes
did I say?
sandwich.
What did I say?
Mate, you're a
Why do they
genius.
pay me? They pay me
He's 10th.
good dollars
Yeah.
to be in here, and I said he'd come out in
Yeah.
10th.
Wait, they pay
Good
you
job,
good
mate.
dollars to be here?
Yes.
They don't pay me good dollars to be here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting ripped off. I'm going to have to do something about that.
What's going on the truck?
It looks like the top guys have settled down a little bit. We'll see maybe if some of those leads getting eaten into. And it looks like the big fight right now is the train forming behind Joker. So we've got Frozzle, Val, Washdog all fighting for spots. Crush a few seconds back, and Frozzle having a look but deciding not to go for it this time around. Washdog, however, gets through on Val.
Zakov and Frozzle, probably the worst position come tyres.
And Washdog is absolutely flying right now. Get a little boxed in there, but I think we're going to see him making his way through.
Is it going to be a Dublé move? It's a
Michael
Michael Dublé.
He's gone. Yeah, absolutely.
On the Michael.
Tons of grip there for Washdog, so he's wasting no time.
Frozzle. Frozzle's just punched his door. He's got no walls left.
Yeah, he's put a hole somewhere in his house for sure.
He's gone to the neighbour's house. He said, "Mate, I need a wall. I'm angry."
Can I punch yours, please?
So who do you reckon here? Can Will Dog fly through the field? How far can he go? He's got two soft runners in front of him.
I mean, I don't think he's going to make too much progress from here, but we'll see what he can do. He's got a decent amount of battery behind him as well, so that's always nice to have.
It's very nice to have.
And I don't think Zay's going to hold him off too long. But after that, CJM is a fair way up the road.
Aber's got the gap at about 6.3 to the leader. And he's got 5 seconds more. He's no ARS. He's been sitting on 0 pretty much the whole race.
I think Zakov is looking pretty comfortable for this one right now. As long as he can
Actually reborn.
moving through on, Washdog moving through on Zay. So it seems Zay might be able to take a bit of a lift back up to CJM. We saw those guys fighting fiercely before.
If he can just stick with the dog.
Yeah, exactly. He's got one lap fresher tyres than CGM, so he'll be there for a fight at the end.
When's your doggy last have a bath?
My doggy? Oh, don't know. Last time the groom was had a couple of weeks back.
Clean doggy.
Yeah, not a bad doggy. She's an indoor dog. Can't be too dirty.
No. That's the gold you get up here on a Thursday night.
Oh, it's dying down a bit. I'm definitely low on material.
You?
Yeah, I got nothing to talk about. Please take over for me. Washdog sets fast as that. That's something to talk about. So Washdog on the march, looking to hunt down CJM here, and Zay looks to be sticking to the back of him. Hoping to get a bit more of a toe out of that. Maybe make his case to someone like Gares or CJM. Both of whom have penalties as well, so they are.
Beaver's taken half a second off that lap. Zakov's got no ARS either. They're both. Everyone. CJM's probably in the best position, but ARS very low.
3 seconds of penalties.
Those Mercs flying high. 2 Mercs flying high together at the moment.
Yeah, see maybe a bit of teamwork from the Mercs, and Joker there goes. Oh my god, what is this camera angle? Joker there going through on Frozzle, so we're seeing a good battle developing between these guys. Unfortunately for Joker, he's got 11 seconds of penalties, so I think that's going to see him drop to fairway down the field compared to someone like Crush with no penalties there, sticking to the back of them on the hards.
Down to 5.7 seconds to the lead.
That's a big ask at this point, isn't it? But if anyone can do it, it's probably FIBA.
Second a lap. Let's see where it is at the end of the next lap. That's what I'm going to keep my eye on this lap.
Alright.
That gap.
You're a clever boy.
That little gapski.
Ted Kevitz over here. Giving us insights.
That's good.
Mate, I'm
That's good. I don't like the man, but that's probably the best way you could work that in there. You commentator or ball breaker? What's going on here?
So the fight for P8 continues.
Yellow
Joker obviously keeps the
flag.
snout
Who
ahead.
is it?
Oh,
Guess who? It's
I think it's
Darkly.
Darkly. Ah, poor Darkly. Ah, the poor guy.
Yes.
He's has he managed to keep only one lap down? A
Yeah.
heroic effort from him. I think a lot of people would have had a
29
tantrum by
seconds of
now, but
penalties.
he's close to getting disqualified. One more penalty. Ah, that's 39 seconds of penalty. How is that a penalty? He wasn't. He was.
Look at everyone just cruising past and he's ripping his tyres to shreds on the blue paint.
Oh, poor old Darkly. I don't think I've ever seen that many seconds of penalties before. And right now,
Oh,
Watchdog,
I
by the
have.
way, has caught CJM.
Wow.
So that was
Yellow
a
flag. There's a
stop it.
McLazer
So that
around.
no, that's a
Puzzle had a
McLaren.
thing.
That's Frizzle. Oh no, Frizzle fighting too hard with Joker. It looks like.
Puzzle had a wobble.
Yeah.
Put the tyres on, Nordal.
Ah, the tires. Okay.
Put them
There we
on.
go. Have a squiz. Catch your peepers of that one.
More yellow flags in sector. It's basically the marshals are running around wherever Darkly is with a yellow
Yeah.
flag.
Yeah, this is put a yellow flag on his car at this point.
Well, Faber's done another lap. He's got about half a second off it, so.
Yeah. But it's too much too late, right? Even if he catches up, he's still got to pass. Like, he just can't make that kind of ground up.
Ferrari going around. Hughesy's DNF'd. Could it be?
Ooh, could
Is
it
it
be
too
a late
late?
safety? Some people
Is it
wanting their
too
chili
late?
points.
Too
I
late.
think it is. And Dalek taking
Ah,
a penalty there for speeding the pit lane. Maybe
no, it's
gambling
too
on the
late.
safety? I don't know.
Too late.
It is.
He's gone to bed.
So, do you think Watchdog, I think, will be beating Gares in this race because he doesn't have the penalty? Will he be passing him on track? Will we see some final late action as the Mercedes swap places down the straight?
Getting close. Might get
Getting close,
DRS next
isn't it?
lap.
Yeah. Just those tyres are obviously going to start falling off pretty quick. Those softs lose pace rapidly around here, and Gares' tyres just going to keep improving from here. So it might be a question of can Gares keep his nose clean. Another yellow flag Darkly again. But,
Dark yellowy.
good, good on him for sticking it. Stick it in the race.
Good on him, yeah.
You do love to see
Other
someone giving
people
it
have
all,
rage
but
quit for much less.
yeah, people have absolutely rage quit for much less. And Crush, heroic recovery drive, back in P10 right now. Maybe looking to move up at least one more spot with Joker's penalties. And he has got on the back of that DRS train with Val, so he might be looking. Crush obviously we know has some serious pace. Might be looking to get in the fight for P8 after all that.
But
And
another penalty.
oh, and
We've got
Joker
Crush
taking
no
another
matter what.
penalty. Yeah.
He's got Joker, sorry, no matter what.
Yeah, it'd be very hard for Crush to lose to Joker
But
at this
dog.
point. But will he get Val? I mean, Joker obviously in a prime position to defend here for Val.
Yellow flags. Who is it? Oh, it's an Alpine.
Ooh, that's Zay? Zay going
Zay.
slow, yeah. And, unfortunate for Zay, he's had a clean race up until here. Looks like he's going to lose a few spots there. Val will be delighted, getting a bit more of a buffer against the guys behind him.
It's another spot for Crush potentially as well.
It is, and just up the road, Watchdog is closer and closer to Gares.
Menacing the other Alpine.
Yeah.
Could fall off a cliff
So,
here.
yeah, better watch yourself, Gares. He might be pushing you around next. Albion's
Faber's
spot.
got the gap down to 4.5, but not enough time left, I don't know.
No, I don't think he. I think at this point we'd need to see a puncture or a mistake from Zakov.
His tyres would be... Where's, what's his name, as of the OJ? What's his
Yeah,
tyres up?
give us the insights, Azza. They're 17 laps old, so I don't know. For me, that would be 70% by now. I'm not very good at managing tyres.
What's the F1 time?
What's the F1 time? Oh, fastest lap time. Sorry, got ya.
Oh yeah, I got it. Who knows? Darkly has actually had done 22 laps on those.
Yeah.
Bill quit first.
Oh, and Val takes a penalty as well, so that's gonna looks like hand crushing Zay back those positions.
Those tyres going off, CJM's tyres going off.
Yeah, a
Watchdog
lot of
still.
those soft runners tyres going off. A
Watchdog's
little bit of
right on the
pressure,
back.
yeah.
Barkley's going in to set the purple, I reckon. I know this tactic, I've done it
You
myself.
reckon?
Yeah, I know what he's doing.
I've seen it done. He's
Oh,
got to keep it on
like,
track first, though.
oh. Fastest lap from he who shall not be named until he fixes his name.
Yeah, so hopefully someone will be taking that off him just to spite him. But looks like the top 10 guys, anyone who chooses to pit, they're not going to be taking fastest laps. So it's down to those guys fighting at the back of the field if they want to go for it.
Lemon, Darkley's 2 laps behind. He's got plenty of laps. Other teams we packed up going home, and Darkley will just be finishing up.
Yeah, so it looks like as we enter the final lap here, Zakov doing enough to keep the lead. Fever is put in a mighty chase, and look at that gap he's built out to JKO, who must be screaming on those 10-lap-old softs now. Barely keeping his nose ahead of Gers, and Washdog not too far back either. So is Washdog going to bother? He doesn't have a lot to gain from this pass unless he thinks he can catch JKO too. And Gers is going a little defensive there, so not making it easy. And Watchdog shoots up the inside at the last possible minute, so pretty clever pass there. And keeps it clean and defends very, very hard from Gers. These guys fighting for every little scrap of track. Maybe Gers looking to dispute that penalty. He's fighting very hard here. And it looks like Watchdog will... Oh no. Just hold the inside, but my game crashed, yeah. So,
that's great.
Yeah,
that's great.
Very sorry about that. I'll
Someone describe what happened.
Someone describe what's happening. Quick, Kev, this is you, right?
I'm not on. My game crashed
your
also.
game crashed too? Oh my god. I hope it hasn't been everyone.
What day is it? What time
JK
is
got
it?
a puncture. Oh my god, we're missing the action.
JK didn't get a puncture.
That's what Flukesy's telling me.
Sports. It's in the game.
Stop it. Someone commentate in the... Darkly.
I'm returning as quick as I can.
This is the worst. How could this happen?
Codemasters, I can't believe this is...
All the money back. Can I get a refund?
An absolute disaster.
I'll get a refund and buy the next game with it, because I will always do that.
We read an
Prediction.
entire race for this. We're loading back in at the speed of light.
Shocker.
Loading
Save the
complete.
best till Thursday night.
Okay, so at the end here, looks like Zakov has finished. JKO falling down to 5th for that puncture. Washdog ultimately taking P3. Phenomenal effort. Gers P4.
What a race. You had to be there.
Oh, you had to be
at
there.
8.
Can you
Those moves
believe
that
that
Crush made at the end of the race.
You wouldn't want to have missed that finish, would you, everyone? Very.
That's insane. Fossil's... No. Everyone got punctures. Sneaky beast. Is that another sneaky?
Another sneaky. Oh, I'm not sure. Can't believe Darkley didn't get a podium. Me either.
He was robbed at the end of that race. He got onto those new softs and he made up a lap. Believe it or not.
Yeah, the things you missed in that brief downtime when the game crashed. But so yeah, sorry to miss the action there. I guess not quite the drama we saw last week with the reverse to the finish line. But
I accidentally broke the sneaky talking ban by my more obvious name actually, because the other one says it's not him. I should have talked to him.
Nice.
These guys on the podium telling yarns of a race that will be etched into the history books.
Jaco's puncture must be shattering for him. But anyway, so quick road down. If you missed it, Zakov taking out his first win in ARL. P1 after a pretty threatening performance last week. We thought he might have it in him. Fever in his customary position on the podium. P2, Washdog making his debut for the Williams in P3. Gers, good performance from him again. P4, JKO with a puncture, losing that hard-fought P3 that he looked like he had in the bag. CJM, P6, Zay, 7, Krush crushing 8, last
Whoosh.
season's champion, falling down the standings a bit there.
Whoosh,
Val
whoosh.
for Mercedes in 9, HJ 10, and as usual, we're not going to talk about the rest. So we might see some change in positions.
Joker in
ultimately from
11th.
the,
We'll talk about him.
okay, we'll talk about Joker in 11th.
And then
for the
Dodge
Mercedes.
further down. We won't talk about them.
Okay, Dodge and Eckham and Frozel. Good performance there from the Div 2 winner last night. Fighting it out with the big boys in Div 1. So we're going to go to a quick some kind of fancy transition. And we'll be back for some post-race interviews if anyone wants
You're going to mute us, so we don't have to...
Mate, I have no idea. I don't know what
Can you mute us?
Yeah.
Mute us and chuck on whatever you do.
Here they come to the start. Finish line again.
We are back in business, I think. Hopefully not too loud, not too quiet. You never know. Got my favourite journalist, Kev, down on the sidelines, hopefully scouting out some people who are keen to do an interview, talk to us about their race. Any insights for me, Kev? The gardener himself?
Huh?
Oh, right, I'm just looking for someone to do some interviews with. If you've seen anyone lurking around in the chats.
Do you have any requests?
Oh, mate, who do you want to talk to? You watched the same race I did.
I just want to talk to you. That's why I'm in the commentary box with you.
I'm very interesting.
What about Zakov A1?
Yeah, let's have a word with Zakov. He's backed up his big talk.
Hey, Zakov.
What's up, boys?
Hey, mate, you're in the commentary box.
Yep.
Congratulations, big win. You said you could do it, and you
Yep.
looks like you weren't all talk after all.
Exactly, mate. Just kept it clean, brought it home.
Yeah, and you looked pretty dominant all race. That lead never looked like wearing down. Do you have any concerns there? Any wobbly moments, or were you pretty content?
Yeah, I had a few moments, but was able to catch it. I lost a few tenths to fever, but yeah, my tires were just dead, so I was just managing them the whole time. As soon as I got on the meds, I just started managing it and yeah, pushed where I had to get past those old tire runners, and
Yeah,
eventually just
looks
kept
like
it
it's
clean.
the right play because we saw. I don't know if you know further down the field. Looks like JKO had a puncture on the last lap and lost a couple of positions.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's unlucky.
So it looks like the. Big
I was
play.
actually scared that I was gonna get a puncture myself,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah, do you know what percent those tires were at? I was thinking they must have been screaming.
My
What was that, 80
tyres,
laps on the...
yeah, they were on 65 at the end, 60 to 65, but
Not too bad. You managed them pretty well indeed.
yeah.
Well, you got anyone you'd like to give a shout out to? I know you've got at least one big fan in chat who is always singing your praises.
Yeah, mate, as the OG, fucking absolute goat.
As an OG fan of Zakov.
Yeah.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks for a great performance tonight, mate. We'll hope to see you back next week in winning ways again.
Of course, hopefully.
With it.
Thank
Two
you.
hands. 2 hands is the key.
Yep, that's right.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do something we've never done before.
Oh no.
I'm going to bring in 2 drivers.
No,
So I'm
we've
going to
done
bring
that
in...
before.
Oh, can I bring in 3 then? I'm going to bring
We
in...
did
I'm
that
going to
with
bring in...
HJ and Flukesy one time.
I'm going to bring in 2 drivers and their engineer. Will Dog, JKO, and Flukesy. The Williams trio.
Oh yeah.
Will Dog. Hello?
Do you ever tell people you're going to drag
What?
them into commentary, or do you just drag them? Hey, Will Dog.
I'm like that old animation where you just you see the cane come in and around the neck.
Are you dragging the other? So we were looking to get
Fine.
an interview with the whole Williams team, but Kev's left me high and dry here.
Move 2, here he is. Commentary. Here's the engineer. Hey,
The engineer himself. Flukesy, what do you have to say for yourself? We hear you orchestrated a puncture.
Yeah, look, you know what? It's just, it just happens. Jacko just
happens. He just sucked. Do you have anything to say back to your race engineer there, Jacko?
No, it's all my call. All just Big stupid me. Yeah.
Was your call? Because you go so close. It was what last lap we actually both spectators' games crashed, so we didn't actually see it. We just
Yeah.
heard about it.
Yeah, it's pretty painful to be honest.
Oh man.
Still in.
It
Yeah,
was literally the
was
moment
actually in
it
puncture
froze.
territory on mediums too somehow. On the first, I wasn't looking at my tires. Fever went in, and then I checked the lap after, and it was already at like 70%. I was like, what? It was like lap 15, and I couldn't take softs another 12 laps, so I had to go into puncture territory to even try and make the softs last, and yeah, it didn't work out.
Yeah, might need a bit of setup work for next time. Try and just get a bit more life out of those. But
yeah, just drive better, something like that.
you put in a pretty good fight, I guess. And on the bright side, your teammate Will Dog took P3, so it wasn't as big a loss for Williams as it could have been.
No, Williams look good. Like our reserves are always incredibly fast. It's always a plus.
That's Flukes is one of your reserves, isn't he?
Yeah, and he got
That's
P6 at Austria, so incredibly
crap.
fast.
I'm too
Very
good for
crew
Div
here.
2,
It's a
but
strong family.
But I'd say it was fun. It would have been more fun if we didn't have the puncture and GG's to the top 3.
Yeah, good sport. Thanks for your time, mate.
Thanks,
Very
mate. Have a
good.
good one. See you
Thanks,
guys.
boys.
Thanks, Oz.
One at a time. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Thank you, boys. Who else do you want?
Mate.
You want HJ Kill?
You're the
We always
master
got
of your own destiny. Yeah, HJ's always a fan favourite.
Hungry Jacks. Hungry Jacks. Good race, mate.
How's it going?
Hey,
How are
mate,
you?
you got less screen time tonight than you've ever had before. It was
Oh, I know. It was a bit of a crap race, to be honest. Went with a bit of a weird strategy at the start. Bit of a brain fart, to be honest. That's all right.
We all have them. We've got Brazil next week. Is that a strong track for you?
I'd say that's probably my second worst track. So
great.
that's an improvement because France is probably my worst. So we're going up in the order.
Okay.
So
a bit of a sort of mid-season
Pos-
dip, but we'll see. You turning
yeah,
stronger.
positive. It's going uphill from here, or downhill from here, depending on how you look at it.
Nah, all uphill from here. It's one more race of minimal points, and then I'm sure we'll see you back to
Yeah,
your
well-
tricks.
Yeah, we've got to hope.
Thank you, mate.
Cool. Thanks, fellas.
Who else do you want?
I don't know, man. We can't interview everyone.
We usually talk to Crush.
Yeah, I would like to hear what happened to Crush.
Alright.
I assume he took a pretty bad wanging.
Oh, baby. Hey, Crush.
Hello.
I got to talk to you every week. How was it?
It wasn't the great one. Good start. Lap 5. T-Mac, I think it was. There was someone broke like really hard into the chicane at the end of the long straight. Got wing damage, and yeah, went on hards from there. Recovered all right, but yeah, that was pretty much it.
Yeah, a bit of a mare for the Haas all round. Were you and Ekum in there sort of commiserating a bit as you races both went off course?
Yeah, well, he had a spin of some kind on the first lap that kind of cost him a good result. And yeah, I had my thing. So not a great week for us, but we got carried by tier 3 or tier 2, whatever it was. So.
Still going strong in the combined.
Yeah, still going strong. I think we should still be leading, hopefully.
Damn.
Which is good.
Not
Can you
one
describe to us what happened on the last lap? Because both of our games crashed, so we don't know what happened.
Yeah, the stream didn't see.
On my side, it was just me trying to my tires were like 78% because I was on the hards for like 22 laps or something. So I couldn't actually go for a move on Zay, but yeah, it wasn't all that eventful. So
Yeah, sometimes you just got to take the recovery drive, eh?
yeah, well, yeah, you just got to accept it, I guess.
Yeah, get the points you can. Well,
Yeah.
we'll hopefully see you back up in the mix next week. So,
Yeah,
Brazil, you
definitely.
strong there?
I'm not too bad. I think it's more about consistency than anything in this league. So if you can, get some consistent pace, then you do good. So.
Yeah. Cool. Well, we'll look forward to seeing you there.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks, boss.
See ya.
Do you think, Noddle?
Oh, I don't have a thing. I've been told that my sign-offs are inadequate and not very good, but I guess I should run anyone who's still here and faithful through what we have. We are ARL. We are here 4 nights a week from 8 PM on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday from our Academy Division, Novice Division, Prodigy Division, and then on Thursdays, Elite, as you saw tonight. We're always looking for new drivers. Feel free to check out our Discord. We'd love to have you here, even if you're on a pad, even a keyboard if you can do it, but we'd really rather if you weren't.
No, no keyboards.
No keyboards. Come along with your wheels, come along with your pads. We'd love to see you driving. We take all skill levels. We'll see you next time. Peace.